Hello and welcome to the Stress, Trauma and Weight presentation. My name's Christina and I've been working in the health, wellness and weight loss field since 2012. I am extremely passionate about helping you to feel your best while achieving a healthy weight, to understand how your body works so you can make empowered choices, to heal underlying issues that may be preventing healthy weight loss, and also to help you clear confusion and debunk weight loss myths while helping you to gain control over your behaviors. I am a qualified naturopath, nutritionist, herbal medicine practitioner, hypnotherapist, psychotherapist, and NLP practitioner and trainer. And I use a combination of these modalities to create a holistic approach to help you to lose weight. A traumatic event often involves a threat to life or to our safety. This can be a real threat, like an accident, or it can be a perceived threat, like an emotional shock or living in a constant state of flight and fight or survival mode. A lot of people think of trauma as a near death experience or as assault or abuse only. However, things like surgery, even if it's a minor surgery, childbirth, car accidents, even if there was no physical injury, or hearing shocking news, can all be examples of trauma. Prolonged periods of stress, like going through a chronic illness or experiencing chronic pain. Other types of chronic stress, like studying or caring for children or your parents, or going through a divorce or having a stressful career or an injury, are all classified as trauma. Moving house, moving states, moving countries, or feeling unsafe or uncertain about your safety, including financial safety and security, are all forms of trauma. Many women I work with express to me that they have never been able to regain control over their weight ever since a certain event or a certain time in their life. The events they often speak of are classified as trauma, although they may not have felt traumatic. For example, a lot of women express that they've never been able to regain control over their weight ever since the birth of their first or second child. And this is often due to the stress involved, a change in stress hormones, which then leads to metabolic issues. It's the same with surgery. A lot of people feel that they've never been able to regain control over their health ever since a surgery. And they often think it's due to developing bad habits during the recovery period, but actually, it's more so due to the traumatic nature of the surgery. Some women recognize that weight gain was due to the stress of an event, for example, ever since they got divorced or ever since their loved one passed away or something else. However, they are often left wondering why they can't gain control now that the event has passed. When the body is in flight and fight mode or survival mode, weight loss is not a priority for the body. You may feel like a switch needs to be flicked in your mind just to turn on that desire to make a change. You may feel unmotivated, you may feel defeated, and you may feel frustrated that the things that used to work just don't work anymore. And all of these feelings are valid and they can be resolved with hypnosis and NLP. If you have experienced trauma or prolonged levels of high stress, it is unlikely that the body will just go back to normal on its own. An intervention is usually required. A lot of people turn to counseling or psychology, but this type of therapy does not deliberately work with the unconscious mind. And this is where stress and trauma is stored. So it's vital to work with the unconscious mind to achieve results. The unconscious mind controls approximately 90% of our life, including our thoughts, our feelings, our behaviors, and more. Hypnosis allows us to communicate directly with the unconscious mind so we can give it clear instructions and guide it on how to work with us rather than against us. Our unconscious mind only ever wants to help us, but sometimes stress and trauma can cause what I like to call a crossed wire, and it may try to help by causing us to engage in unhelpful behaviors like binge eating, emotional eating, or something else. We often think of stress and trauma as mental discomfort and irritability. However, stress can manifest as physical symptoms too. And some common symptoms you may experience if your body is stressed include things like headaches and migraines, muscular tension, especially throughout the jaw and the neck and the shoulders, problems like IBS, inflammation, hormone imbalance, including PMS, irregular periods, PCOS, and difficult menopause. Thyroid issues can develop as a result of chronic stress or trauma. Adrenal problems can occur. Excessive hunger for sweets or salty or creamy or crunchy food. You can experience sleep issues, energy issues like feeling wired but tired, or having extremely high energy and then complete fatigue, and also things like brain fog and memory issues. Stress and trauma can affect our weight in a couple of different ways. First of all, stress can cause weight loss, and this is often temporary and due to a hormone imbalance or a loss of appetite. This typically leads to nutrient deficiencies, inflammation, and rebound weight gain that is usually stubborn and unresponsive to things that used to work well. Extreme diets like very low calorie diets, the HCG diet, and certain overly restrictive keto diets are stressful on the body, and they can lower the stress threshold, damage the metabolism, and cause stubborn rebound weight gain. Stress can also cause weight gain, and it does this in a number of ways. First of all, it can cause hormone imbalance. So it can create issues with cortisol, insulin, estrogen, progesterone, and leptin. It can create sluggish thyroid function, which in turn affects the metabolism and also our appetite. Stress can cause sleep issues, which further disrupts hormones and our appetite and impulse control. Stress, and this is a big one, stress can cause us to seek nervous system soothing behaviors like binge eating, binge drinking, and craving unhelpful foods. We can experience digestive issues when we're stressed, so we can sometimes feel like we're never satisfied no matter how much food we eat. We can lose our appetite altogether. We can feel bloated or uncomfortable, and stress can also impair nutrient absorption, which can then lead to hormone imbalance and metabolic issues. And finally, stress can cause liver stress, which, if our liver is not happy, it can affect over 500 functions within the body. Now, what we have here is a stress scale. So on the left, we've got intensity, and down the bottom, we've got events that occur over time. And what we can see at the top is a dotted line. And this is where the stress threshold should be. It should sit up nice and high at around an 8, 9, or a 10. However, when we experience trauma or when we go through periods of prolonged stress, that threshold that should be sitting at around an 8 or a 9 or a 10, it can drop all the way down to about a 1 or a 2 or a 3. And then all of a sudden, Events in our life that should not cause stress, events that should not trigger us, end up making us feel stressed and overwhelmed. And by the end of the day, we can feel like we just can't cope. So things like driving in peak hour traffic or experiencing work deadlines or even something like a minor argument or running errands and going shopping, these things can all bypass our stress threshold when it's lowered and cause us to experience more stress and to feel less resilient. Hypnosis can help us to bring the stress threshold back up to where it needs to be so that all of these little events can occur in life and we can feel like we can handle them easily and naturally. It is normal for our threshold to be tested when we experience a major event, but for the rest of the time, we should feel fairly calm and in control. Hypnosis and NLP can help to calm the nervous system, which will allow the body to move out of flight and fight mode. In turn, your stress threshold will move back up to where it needs to be so you can handle day to day life with ease and enjoyment. When we feel resilient, we are able to gain control over our behaviors and we seek destructive behaviors like binge eating less. When our body and our mind and our nervous system feels safe, our body finds it easier to regulate hormones and to maintain healthy metabolic function. When we begin to develop more resilience and when our stress threshold is where it should be, the desire to eat emotionally or to engage in stress eating can completely disappear. Instead of reaching for the 3 p.m. chocky bar or a packet of chips after work or after dinner, we can find ourselves feeling satisfied and content while eating only what the body needs for good health and nutrition. And of course, you will still enjoy those special occasion foods, but you will enjoy them without them controlling your life or causing you to spiral into old habits or old ways of thinking. Hypnosis and NLP is a do with process. Your mind is active and alert the entire time during trance, and everyone has the ability to enter trance. In fact, we do it all the time. If you've ever found yourself daydreaming or watching TV or scrolling through social media, they are all behaviors that induce trance. Hypnosis is enjoyable and very relaxing. It's content free, which means we do not need to talk about past traumas, and it's solution focused. So, other therapies spend a lot of time digging up the past, but our goal is to focus on providing you with solutions for your future. A lot of people ask me how many sessions they will need, and I often suggest that a minimum of 3 sessions is typically required. Although you can experience rapid change after one session, we will be working together to change a lifetime's worth of behaviors. And sometimes a single session may only provide temporary relief. In addition to the hypnosis sessions, you will also receive hypnosis audios, and I encourage all clients to use these audios daily, which just helps to reinforce the work that we do together in session, but it also helps to calm your nervous system and to keep that stress threshold up where it needs to be. Occasionally, I may suggest other tasks, and these tasks are simply suggested to help you to get your goal. During a hypnosis for weight loss program, we may use a combination of hypnosis and NLP if appropriate. You will be provided with nutrition coaching and education to ensure you're nourishing your body. And you will have access to additional support, which will allow you to heal other underlying issues like hormone imbalance, gut health issues, or something else that may be holding you back. My goal is to help you to holistically transform your health. This means we'll work with both your body and your mind so you can achieve long lasting results. This is not a diet and this is not a fad. This is a lifestyle change. And if you choose to embrace it, you will develop skills and behaviors that will support you in achieving and maintaining a healthy weight for life. So you can use the link provided in the email, and you can also find the link on my website to schedule a free discovery call. During this call, I can learn more about your challenges and goals and help you to determine if hypnosis is going to be a good fit for you. So, thank you for watching this presentation today. And remember to schedule your free discovery call if you'd like to learn more about how I can help you.